Today I'll be making Texas chili with black beans. So here are the ingredients. I have 2 pounds of ground beef. Now if you have only 1 pound, and you can add a pound of ground pork or chicken, whatever that may be. So I already cooked it and drained, and I'm going to keep this one because I'm going to use this one. Then half a cup of beef broth. So I'm just using Campbell beef broth. I need, this is 6 strips of bacon cut into small pieces. This one has green pepper, red pepper, and orange pepper, just for color, but if you have only green pepper, just use green pepper. 3 stalks of celery sticks, and big white onion. Now this is jalapeno. I will be using, if you want more heat, you can have 2 of them. I don't need more heat, so I'm just going to use 1. I will de-seed it and cut it into small pieces and put it in here. Now I am using, this is from Walmart, diced tomatoes. So it says chili style. So this is 32 ounces. So I'm going to puree this one, or put it into the blender and mix it. Use that one. Then normally I would have used 1.5 of these. I would have blend this one a little bit, and the other half I would not blend it. But this time I found, this is also at Walmart, so wherever you guys are, this is chili style seasoned tomato. So this is 32 ounces. So I'm going to use this one as well. And these are your dry ingredients. I have maybe about a tablespoon or more of garlic. This is paprika. You can use it smoked or sweet or whatever. This is just paprika. I have 1 teaspoon of cumin, teaspoon of salt. Not sure whether you can see that one or not. This is black pepper. I have 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Again, if you want more heat, you can add another tablespoon, but I decided to go with just 1 tablespoon, and a tablespoon of sugar. So then this is for garnishing. I have half a tomato cut into small pieces. I have cilantro and spring onions or scallions. I have 2 kinds of cheese. I have cheddar and jack. I'm just going to shred it and put it on the top. This is just for garnishing. Now if you have some corn chips, you can put it there for garnishing as well. So the first step is to get my bacon done. And this is the black bean. Again, this is from Walmart, just regular black bean. I'm going to wash this one and just use only the I'm not going to use any of the liquid here. I cooked my bacon. I reduced some of the bacon fat. For that, I'm going to add my onions, and I'm going to cook that one for about 5 minutes or so. Then I will add the other ingredients. I let the onions cook for about 5 minutes, so it's very softened now. I'm going to add my celery and also my green pepper, red pepper, orange pepper. This is just for decoration. If you just have only green pepper, use that. And this is your jalapenos. I removed the seeds and cut it into small pieces. So just this is just for the color is just for decorative purposes. The dish looks pretty. you can just use green pepper. If you have green pepper, use green pepper. If you have red or yellow, whatever that you have. And if you want more heat, add more jalapenos. I just put one, that's plenty for me. I cooked my vegetables for about 4 minutes. At this point, I'm going to add my garlic, and I'm going to cook that for about a minute. Then I'm going to add all my dry ingredients. I cooked my garlic for about a minute. Now I'm going to add all my dry spices. Now the reason that I want to add it now, so it will get roasted or toasted and mix well. Or you can add this later. If you add this later, it will, all the dry spices are just going to be floating. Now here it's cooking, so that's why I like to add it at this point rather than letting it float. So I'm going to let this thing cook for 3 minutes. They are cooked for about 2 or 3 minutes. Now I'm going to add my ground beef, and at the same time, so this is where I'm a little bit this is where I'm different from the original recipe. Now I'm using this special chili mix that these tomatoes that I found. So I'm taking half of that can, I'm mixing it now, and at this point then I'm going to put the other half at the end. Then I'm going to before that I'll be adding my blended tomatoes. Here we go, the blended ones, if you can see. Now the reason is so that way when you are enjoying your chili, you are going to taste, or you are going to get 3 textures. Texture of tomato, the blended one, this is the cooked one or the crushed, or this will get really reduced, then this part. So there are 3 different textures, so you are going to feel that one. And at the very top I'm going to garnish with fresh tomatoes, so you are going to get that fresh taste as well. So that's the reason I'm using half at this point, blended, then I'll put the other half. This is cooked for 5 minutes, and you can see the color and the smell is fantastic. That's the reason I want to put all the spices in, so they get roasted and they get cooked rather than floating. Now time to put all the tomatoes. So this is the other half can from that special that's this one. It says chili seasoned, so that's why another reason I did not want to put that much of heat, because it's already have some chili seasoning. Here's my 32-ounce can. I blend it a little bit so it's smoother compared to other one. So I'm going to mix that one and let it cook slowly. All my tomatoes are in. I'm just going to mix it, and now this is going to take about 45 minutes. But within about 5 minutes I'm going to add, so the reason that I save this is the beef, whatever that was remaining from the browning the beef, and I'm adding a half a cup of beef broth. This is to add flavor, so I'm building the flavor. So I'm going to let this thing cook just a little bit, then I'm going to add the beef broth and the beef browning remains. It's been cooking for about 5 minutes now. At this point I'm going to add rest of the ingredients, my beef broth, remainder from browning. It's a little bit fat, but I would use some of them. Now this is where the controversy will come. So I was told that Texas chili does not have beans. However, I read in other places they do add beans. So I had black beans. I'm going to add black beans. Now, ideally, this will be better with red kidney beans, but I don't have kidney beans, so I'm going to add black beans. And you can add, this is what I have, I'm going to use that one, so you can use whatever that you want to add. So now I'm going to cover this and cook for 10 minutes, so that way it will be cooked, and then I'm going to open and simmer for about 45 minutes. So it's up to you. You can add red or black beans, or if you don't want to add beans, that's fine, but this one has a lot of proteins and fiber. So I'm going to cook this one covered for 10 minutes and let it rest for, after that let it simmer for 45 minutes. I let this thing cook for about 45 minutes. I like this consistency. However, you can make it dry or wet, however that you like. I like to have a little bit of toast to eat with this. So this is the consistency I like. So let me serve it and show you the end product. So here are my garnishings. I'm going to add a little bit of tomato. This is the fresh one. I'm going to add my cilantro and few spring onions mix. And I'm going to add a little bit of cheese. I could not find any corn tortilla chips. All I found is some nachos, Doritos. So here we go, just 2 of them. And I'm also going to add just a tab of sour cream. This is my end product, and this is something simple Texas chili with black beans. This is not an award-winning recipe, but this is simple and easy Texas style chili. Hope you will enjoy.